Jose here from Train Me Please. Let's talk about cues versus commands in dog training. Generally speaking, a command implies a threat. Do it or I'll make you do it. A command is an authoritative order. A cue is a signal that a certain behavior will trigger reinforcement. Would you like to do this for some reinforcement? There is no threat of unpleasant consequences. Later in the video, I'll do a bit of a confession, so stay with me as we unpack some of the differences between cues and commands. A command is often enforced even before the learner has a full understanding of the criteria for a certain behavior. Traditionally, dog trainers would put a dog in a tempting situation and then use the off command, for example. If the dog did not leave the environmental trigger alone, there would be some unpleasant consequences, often a verbal or physical correction. Compare that with a leave it cue trained by a progressive dog trainer, in which the dog is put in a situation in which it's really easy to achieve success and earn reinforcers. When successful for a few trials, we can then progress to slightly more challenging situations until we finally recreate a real-life scenario. If the dog fails a trial, there are no corrections. The trainer simply reassesses the training plan and rethinks the criteria at this stage so that the dog can achieve success before progressing any further. Another subtle difference is that with commands, trainers tend to usually give them from the very first instance in which the dog encounters a certain situation. A cue, on the other hand, is only added when a behavior is already happening reliably under certain conditions. For a sit cue, for example, you might start with an upwards hand motion to get the dog to sit. When you know that the hand motion reliably triggers sitting, you can then add the sit cue just before the hand motion, and eventually you can remove the hand motion altogether. With a sit command, on the other hand, you would instead give the command, and if the dog does not sit, you would pull the leash up and press the dog's bottom down until the dog is sitting. For me personally, when I cue something and the dog does not do it, I will not use aversive consequences. I want to protect my relationship with the dog. Here are a few things to ask ourselves if a certain cue is not working. 1. Does the dog really know the behavior? 2. Did we use a proper shaping plan to train the behavior? 3. Has the behavior been generalized? 4. Is the dog tired, unwell, or ill? 5. Is the dog stressed, anxious, or over threshold? We need to address these considerations if we want the dog to succeed when we ask for a certain behavior. Now, as promised, here's a confession. Back in the day, I used to use the word command. English is not my primary language, and I kind of used command and cue interchangeably. I also did not have an understanding of the differences that I just mentioned in this video. I suppose that which word you use is less important than what it is that you actually do when training a dog. I am very, very thankful to all the wonderful people that over the years taught me that I want to teach the animals that I share my life with cues instead of commands. In my own personal life, when I am learning a new task, I definitely prefer to be coached using a style more similar to using cues and kind requests. I do not thrive in an environment that uses commands and harsh orders. What about you? Which style do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section below. If you found this content helpful, please give this video a like and share it with someone that you might think that can benefit from this information. Thanks for watching, I'll catch you guys later.